I built an AI influencer app and it was way easier than I expected. You first pick your product for what you want to advertise in the video. It generates you 5 scripts you can pick from for the influencer to say. You pick your favorite influencer from our library here, and it spits out this video ad ready to post. In this video, I'll show you exactly how I built it from scratch. No steps skipped. I'll walk you through my Claude Code workflow, how I manage multiple instances at once, and how I ship it without touching much code manually at all. You can easily steal this playbook for your own SaaS to start making money online today. Let's get into it. First step of building out Reelhouse is going to be the research phase. We're going to be seeing what competitors are doing, what we like, what we don't like, what we could remix into our own application. This is important because we have a lot of good ideas, but there are a lot of other bigger corporations that have good ideas. They've already A/B tested them. They've already talked to their customers. A lot of companies do this. We're not going to steal their flow exactly. We're not going to take the text from their site word from word. We're just going to try to get inspired. And even this application we're building is inspired by this website called Real Farm, made by Matt Weller. He's a great build in public developer on X. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Google AI Reel Generator and flip through some of these, see which ones spark my interest. Going to go through maybe 5 or 6. I'll get back to you on the ones I like. Cool. So for starters, there's this Arc Ads. I love their landing page. This is a sick animation. Their hero text, create winning ads with AI. It's exactly what we're trying to do. Very capturing with their demos and then all these other features. Definitely going to steal this for the landing page. So what I like to do is just as we go along is screenshot what we like. Then we have this inspiration folder here. Actually have some tech stack already written, but I'm just going to paste in the things I like so we have them saved and we can use them as reference images. Another app I love is Creatify. They have a good multi-step process I think would be great if we kind of copied. So the first step here was to fill in your product info. So I was doing a Carhartt hat, put that in, optional logo, and describe it. And then have some assets here for reference images. And then the next step, we can pick our avatar. They have a ton of options here. This might be overkill for our MVP, but I do like the grid selection style that they have. Custom avatar we can maybe support, but for sure want this as the experience for selecting the avatar. We'll grab that. Now, if this is your first app, you'd want to talk to ChatGPT or Claude about which tech to use for this. I'm a full-time developer, so I have a general idea of the tech I want to use for this web app. Feel free to copy this. So we'll be using Next.js for the front end and back end in one repo. Makes it very easy for Claude Code to work on both at the same time. No separate server needed. TypeScript to catch bugs. Tailwind CSS, good for styling. Minimal files edited, very AI friendly. Same thing with ShadCN for the component library. We don't have to build components from scratch. AI loves it. And then we'll use the OpenAI API for the video generation, specifically with Sora 2 Pro. And then we'll use the latest mini model for the script generation and whatever else we can fill in for the user experience. Now let's move into the second phase, planning. I'll take you guys through the whole process. So what I typically do is I'll go into my development folder. I was going to name this Reelify, but it already existed. So let me call it Reelhouse, okay? Then in here, let's make a new folder for reference images as well as docs. And then, you know what, let's just open this up in Cursor, the AI IDE editor. This is a different application, but let me open a new window. Then we'll open up Reelhouse. Cool, make this full screen. And now I'm just going to grab the screenshots we did, put them in the reference images. So now I'm going to talk to Claude Code and just get a plan down. I like using the Claude Code extension, lives right in VS Code or Cursor. It's free to download here. You can make multiple tabs and manage it. Makes it super easy for me to track. So what I'm going to do is shift tab into plan mode and use Talktastic, an application that lets me do speech to text. It's free, can't recommend it enough, not even sponsored, To get all my ideas down, I find talking lets me be more creative, and I'd say more than I'd say when I'm typing. It's also just way faster. And I'm also going to paste in this tech stack first. Cool, now let's talk. Let's use the above tech stack to make an application called Reelhouse. This will be an AI Reels video generator where a user can put in their products, pick a script for the influencer to say, pick their influencer, and this app will generate a social media ready reel where the influencer is advertising their product similar to other popular UGC reels. That will bring them to step 1, which is in the step 1 PNG, where they can fill in their product name, product description, upload the main product photo, optionally add up to 6 more asset photos. That'll bring them to step 2 page for the video settings. They'll pick their platform, aspect ratio, the duration of the video, language, target audience, and there'll be pills generated from a light LLM model, which uses the info from the previous page to give recommendations. That's in step 2 PNG. Once that's done, we'll use the light LLM model again to give them some script options. We'll give them 5 options. Step 4, we'll reference the step 4 PNG where they'll pick their avatar for the influencer video. Let's assume there's 6 options in a 2-row, 3-column grid. Then finally, step 5 would be a review step where they can review all their info before they submit. And then when it's submitted, we'll show a loading screen while it's loading. And then when it's done, they can watch their video, they can download it. Ideally, we use both OpenAI for the light LLM, as well as Sora 2 Pro for the video generation. Use Context 7 MCP to understand how that API works. And we'll kick that off. Notice at the end there, I mentioned the Context 7 MCP. I highly recommend you add this to Claude Code as an MCP. It's free. It's essentially the up-to-date docs so that Claude Code can pull them. Of course, it's trained on documentation, but it's not the absolute latest. So for instance, the Sora 2 Pro video model we'll be using might not be easily available to Claude Code. So using the Context 7 MCP, it's free. It can pull in those docs for sure. And also I said ultra think at the end of that prompt, which will encourage Claude Code to think longer and harder, which is very important for plan mode. So this is going to give it a thorough review, give us the plan, and ask us any questions it needs to solve any ambiguity. Once it's done, I'm not going to actually let it kick off the application. I just want to generate us an MD doc. And then from there, we'll enter the build phase and actually build it sequentially. And while this runs, we can show the power of running multiple Claude instances at once. And I'm going to have it actually just build out the boilerplate application. So, let me just grab my tech stack again. So I'm going to go in here, paste this, just put it in bypass permissions mode and say, in this folder, build the boilerplate Next.js app for the above application with the other libraries and components ready to use. And this will be able to run those commands for us, get the bare bones app running. That way we can start building out multiple features at once. And setting up the build is almost done. So I know this is a Next.js app, so it's going to be npm run dev in terminal. If you don't know that, you can always just ask Claude Code, ask ChatGPT how to do it. And cool, it actually went ahead and did some work. Wasn't the boilerplate app, but that's fine. Once our planning agent's done, we can let it get cooking right away. Okay, our planning model is done. Let's go through its plan. Has a good overview of the app, has the right frameworks, OpenAI, yep. Core setups, purple accent, sure, whatever. Got that from the styling image. Landing page we want, create flow, 2 cards. Wizard is great. Product details, video settings, script selection, avatar. Yep, those are our 5 steps we wanted. Video generation. Always important to read this plan. Don't just blindly accept it. Though this looks quite good. And I like it. Yeah, I'm not going to actually have it build it from here. I'm going to put it in a markdown file for the product requirements document so that future iterations, we can always reference it for losing context. And then from that PRD, we'll kick off the certain sequential steps, though I'll make sure to include the execution order. So what I'll say here is that plan is great. Put your plan as a plan in the docs folder, and additionally make a product requirements doc in that folder. My plan will be to, in a different Claude Code instance, have it run your plan based on the plan.md and also reference the product requirement docs for full context. Again, you could always click yes and auto accept. This just works for me. I find having everything written down permanently is better than having to go and copy and paste from this plan mode all the time. And while that loads, I know we'll need the OpenAI key. So I'm gonna forget the URL, but OpenAI API docs. So in my dashboard, I can go to API keys. I'm just gonna use my existing project and make a new one. We'll call it name of our app, Reelhouse, in this project, and click create. You can try to copy this, but I'm gonna delete it right after the video. So yeah, it gives us an m.example already, which is great. So we'll just put it in this m.local here. Always good to just do steps like that while you have another coding agent cooking. Again, we only have 2 in parallel right here, but really can cut down the time in your agentic coding sessions. Cool, so the planning agent made our plan.md and our prd.md. So let's start building. Enter the build phase, phase 3. So we don't need a planning instance anymore. Just gonna go to a brand new one, and I'm gonna reference the plan.md. However, I'm not gonna have it build the whole app. What I'm gonna say is just build out the wizard flow. Don't worry about the welcome page just yet. You can assume I'll add images for the 6 influencers. Just let me know where to put those files and what to name them in the avatar selection page. Also in the top right of this app, let's add a debug modal so I can turn on pre-filling data for everything with one click. We can also turn on hard coding video responses so we don't have to call OpenAI every time. And yeah, exactly. Don't worry about calling OpenAI just yet. We'll do that later. So always assume there's a hard coded video being returned after, let's say, a 3-second mock delay. Let me know where to put that video. You can assume the script generation is hard coded as well when that hard code is on, as well as any other LLMs generation for target audience or stuff like that. Cool, so this will just build out the non-LLM scaffolding, full wizard experience, no landing page experience for this app. And this is a big task, so I'm gonna say ultra think and kick it off. Now in the process of parallelization, we'll make a new instance. And I'm really worried it's not gonna get the video generation docs correctly. So honestly, I'm just gonna copy all this, paste it in this, referencing the above docs, build out our endpoint that will actually generate the video that the user inputs. It should take the correct parameters to build out the full prompt. For instance, the product, the description of the avatar, the script, etc. Reference our prd.md for what fully the endpoint should take. We'll also need any other LLM related endpoints using a light OpenAI model, for example, script generation or target audience, etc. All those should be in the PRD. Cool, so this instance will take care of everything AI endpoint related. Again, a big one, so let's say UltraThink, if we can spell it right. Kick that off. Now we have these 2 cooking. Why not add a third and build a welcome landing page? We have that reference image in the ArcAds landing. So we'll just tag that here. Build the welcome page for our application. Should look like the ArcAds landing. 1 PNG attached. The behavior of it should be a black screen with our app name with a camera logo, and then it fades to the white screen where the 6 videos in the reference image expand outwards, and then the text fades in the middle. Use the same exact copy for now. We'll edit it later. Cool, a little tricky. I don't even think you can pass in a video for it to reference, so I just replayed the animation and described it, but we'll kick that off. So we have these 3 agents running. In the meantime, I'll get those AI influencer reference images and videos that it can use. Okay, so I have our avatar stills for the avatar selection screen. We have this guy, don't know who he is, and some other guys and girls. So 3 women, 3 men. Also have videos for each that we can show on the welcome page. And then I have this example movie response that we can use to hard code to just test the end-to-end flow without actually querying Sora. And our agents finished up, which is good. Let's go to localhost. I thought this was us for a second. I was like, damn, that was good. But no, real house. Okay. Refresh this. Nice. Okay. These just have to be wider, but that's fine. And this should take us to the page, to the wizard, but that's not working, which is fine. Screenshot this. And we'll give it to the one that built the welcome page. Paste it in there and say, attach as a screenshot after the animation is done. The cards aren't going out wide enough, obviously. And the create ads button isn't actually bringing you to the wizard. So fix that. Also observe the icons in the header aren't quite correct. And can we also put like a max width on the app so super wide screens don't stretch the content? In the avatar videos folder, I included the videos we can use on the homepage. Cool. Screenshots are king. That should be able to fix it. And okay, it looks like the wizard is on the create page. So we'll manually type that in. Awesome. Looks like we have our debug menu here too. Just what we wanted. What options do we have in here? Let's turn on prefill, I suppose. Okay, flips to dark mode, which is not what we wanted, but we can fix that. Power flow station, main product photo. Okay, yeah, we gotta give it the images to use for here. And it will let us click next without the images, but whatever, that's fine for the MVP. Platform, aspect ratio looks good. I think actually these durations aren't valid for Sora 2 API Pro. It's actually just 4, 8, and 12. Looks like this worked. Scripts look good. Yep, these need work, but we can put those in. Gave us instructions how to fill it in. Awesome. And review screen. Yeah, this won't call OpenAI directly. But I like this. Gives us a fake video, download, create another. Cool. So let's give it some feedback on everything we saw. That looks good. For starters, the whole flow should be in light mode, not dark mode, period. I've included the images for the avatars in the public/avatars photo. Also for the mock product, let's make it a Stanley tumbler, which has Face ID, Bluetooth, and a speaker to play music. I've included the images for that in the mock Stanley folder, where Stanley product is the main image, and the other 3 are the assets you can assume the user uploaded. So make the mock pre-fill data work with that. Also turn that on by default. And then for the mock video response, I put that in the mock video response folder so we can use that one. Cool. That should give us all the pre-fill photos we need. Let's check on our AI images. Okay. And yeah, like we said, it knew it supports only 4, 8, and 12. So now what we can do is, even though we have the other agents work on this app, because this is more backend related, it'll be fine to run parallel. I'll say Cool, now that we have all our AI routes working, properly hook them up to the wizard flow so that we're properly passing all the correct data. And we'll send that off. Okay, checking on our other agents. Looks like it may have fixed the home page. Let's go to that. So just localhost 3000. Real house. There it is. Okay, still not perfect. So we'll just take another screenshot, but a little better. The spacing of the videos on the landing page still needs to be better. Please fix. Also add some standard sections below that section, such as how it works, pricing, FAQ, etc. Kick that off just to show you can build real landing pages with it. Okay, that works, brings us to create. And nice, we have even more steps across the top. Wasn't even sure if that was there before. Has our pre-filled data, which we love to see. Platform. Yep. This all looks good. This looks good. We have our influencers. Awesome. Let's pick Emma. This review page looks good. Let's make sure we're not actually sending a request quite yet. Click generate. This will take longer than 3 seconds, but
Coding with just cursor isn't enough anymore.
playback is working. Yep, coding with just cursor isn't enough anymore. That's a real video, not AI. Awesome. So let's go fix the actual endpoint so they work end-to-end with real OpenAI. Okay, all our agents are done. Let's see if we can get a real video generation here for the first time. I assume we'll have to debug some things, but we'll find out. So we'll turn off mock video generation and go through the whole flow. Influencer, we'll still use our pre-fill information. This all looks good. Yep, use these scripts. We'll pick Marcus. And we'll ship this off. No clue how long it's gonna take. I'm gonna guess 3 minutes. Looking at the logs, looks like the job was created and it's just continually polling to see it's in progress, which is good. Okay, and after about 5 minutes, our video is done. I've gone ahead and downloaded it. Easier to watch in Quick Player. Let's give it a watch.
Okay, wait, you need to see this. It's a Stanley tumbler, but it has Face ID. I'm not even kidding. Only you can unlock your drink. Plus, it has a speaker built in, so I can listen to my podcast while I'm at the gym. And it keeps my water cold for like 24 hours. This is literally the future of drinkware.
Cool, so my thoughts on that, some critiques. Didn't actually use the avatar we wanted. Used an avatar. Again, we couldn't pass the actual image, but the guy itself looked very realistic. I thought all shots looked super realistic. I think using the phone to kind of show the Bluetooth compatibility, didn't even ask for that, was great. The product shots at the end was great. Even the music that came in at the end was pretty funny. So overall, I give that pretty good. And again, that was the first iteration of it. You can imagine as we do more prompt engineering, we could get it down better. And I was really happy with our wizard flow. It's very intuitive for the user. They could go back. The landing page was very exciting and animated, captures your attention when you log in. I mean, look at this. This is prod ready. I just do more features here. Maybe give an example of the wizard flow images, but this is ready to go. And I'm timing this recording. It's less than an hour and a half from when I clicked record. So pretty happy with that. And there's a ton of feature enhancements you can imagine we could do for this. Obviously do user authentication using something like Clerk or Supabase auth so that users can save their videos, can buy credits for their account, can manage those payments with Stripe API, ton of docs and examples they have there. We could do that pretty easily. We could experiment with different video models to get more accurate avatar representation, just give more avatars in general other than just these 6. And of course, like direct social posting, so you wouldn't have to download the video and then post it yourself. We could, auto post a TikTok with SEO friendly captions and hashtags and stuff like that. This could really be fleshed out to a full out app. Let me know if you guys want me to show that part in a part 2, can certainly do that, can learn a lot there. I'll be putting this code on my GitHub for free. Feel free to steal it and put it behind a paywall yourself. Go for it. Feel free to remix that project to make it just images or to make different types of videos. Would love to see what you guys cook up with it. You are obligated to like if you learned something and subscribe for future build outs for projects like these, AI workflows, and updates on my personal projects I'm building. I'm Matt Kuda. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next one.